All right. Well, welcome to our last Thursday in June. Today's practice is going to be all about being playful, curious, enjoying the movement. You've all been here for a while, so feel free to explore, do what feels good, and let's get started. Let's start on our sit bones, sitting up nice and tall. Taking a moment to feel your sit bones connect with the ground, feeling heavy, feeling rooted, and perhaps closing those eyes and taking 3 deep breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth. Just allowing your body, your mind to transition from the first part of your day into your noon practice. And as you finish that 3rd breath, zipping up the mouth and continuing the breaths through the nose. And this will help us keep the heat and energy within our body for the practice, giving us some support. We get into those more energetic spaces in the hour. And taking this time to check in with your body, moving down from the head, slowly, noticing any areas of tension, any stiffness, any areas that feel pretty good. And just tucking that information away for the practice. On your next exhale, let's drop the chin to chest, opening up the back of the neck. Perhaps on the exhale, allowing your shoulders to drop and rest down. As you inhale, lift the chin up toward the ceiling, opening up the front of the neck, checking in there. Letting those shoulders and elbows drop with the exhale. And then moving your chin back to center. Left ear to left shoulder. Allowing that left shoulder to feel heavy, elbow to drop. Option to reach out that right hand off the lap toward the ground. Allowing the stretch to go a little bit further. Inhaling the hand back to the left, neck to center, and right ear to left shoulder. Allowing the shoulder and elbow to feel heavy. Option to reach out the left arm toward the ground, increasing the stretch. Just a slow little opening after spending the morning perhaps on the computer. Inhaling that hand back to the lap, neck to center. Inhale, sweep those arms out to the sides and up, reaching high, stretching those fingertips. And then if you'd like, you can bring the gaze up to the ceiling. Lift your chest high and perhaps lean back. Just noticing the balance change. Exhale, sit up high, head back to center. Drop the right hand down. Inhale, reach the left side long. And exhale, side bend. Walking those fingers out. Chest forward. Perhaps you want to bring the gaze up to the ceiling. A reminder, this doesn't have to be your deepest side bend, we're just starting. Inhaling back up to center. Release the left arm down. Reach high with the right. And side bend the other way. Chest forward. Gaze up at the ceiling. Feel the side body begin to open. Allow that breath, that oxygen to travel to new places that may have got cramped up this morning. Inhale, reaching both hands up, torso up. Then exhale, sweep those arms down to the side, reaching behind your back, grabbing those fingertips, perhaps interlacing the fingers, finding the palms. Whatever works for you behind your body, we're reaching those arms away, rolling those shoulders back, reaching the hands down and back while sitting tall. Reminding ourselves there are things behind us, not just phones and computers and books and everything in front of us. We can reach behind. Inhaling deep. Exhale long. Release those hands. Come off your height. Let's come into your tabletop. Spreading those fingers wide. Waking up the fingers in the hands. Feeling the knuckles and the fingertips. Bringing your belly button to your spine. Begin to drop your belly, chest comes through, gaze comes up. Your nice cow pose. Slowly begin to arch the spine. Heart to chest, release the head, the neck down. Embracing your inner cat. Exhale. Release the belly. Chest through, head comes up. Exhale. Begin to arch. Heart into chest, release the head and neck. Find your cat. Doing a few more to your own breath. This is really about the sensation of the movement. Feeling all those little places in your back. Practicing moving from unique little places so that when we reach or twist, our back reacts just a little bit better than if we think our back is just one great big piece. How many different little vertebrae can you feel in your back today? One more set. And meeting back in tabletop. Reaching back with the left foot, let's tuck those toes, pressing them into the ground, and really pushing that heel back. Perhaps feeling a stretch in your Achilles, in your calf muscle. Option to raise that left leg now, keeping the toe flexed. Perhaps you want to walk that right hand forward on the fingertips. Raising that right arm nice and long. Feeling the balance on one hand, one shin. Beautiful. Exhale, slowly release. Let's tuck the right toes back. Pushing back with the heel. Really feeling this in my calves today. So just checking in with your body, how that feels. If you'd like, you can raise that right leg up, flexing the toe, keeping it in line with the torso. Walking the left fingertips forward. And if you choose, reaching that arm as well. Stretching fingertips to heel, finding the balance, bracing the wobble. Exhale, let's slowly come down. Knees wide, big toes together. Sinking your sit bone back towards your heels. And then walking those hands out long, finding your child's pose. Remembering you can stack the hands or the fists so you can rest your forehead. And those sit bones can be up in the air. They don't have to touch your heels. It's just the direction they're going back to. If we all had our screens on, you'd see all of our child's poses look very different. So going back to how you feel, we're trying to feel a stretch in our back and our shoulders and our arms. So it's almost like we're moving in two directions at once. Those fingertips are reaching forward, our shoulders are reaching forward, and the lower part of the back, the sit bones, are reaching back, stretching out the spine. Exhale, push into the ground, slightly raise your chest and head. Let's walk those hands over to the right side of the mat, adding a little twist, and then slowly sinking back down. The twist doesn't have to be far. Again, we're just looking for a new sensation in our side body. And then taking your deep breath and sending it to that space to just create a little bit more room. As you exhale, push the hands into the ground. Begin to walk them through the front, over to the left side, melting down, opening up the right side. Taking that deep breath and taking that space from the breath and sending it over to the right side. Waking up the body. Exploring all those nooks and crannies. Let's walk those hands back to center. One more nice long stretch from fingertips to the sit bones. And then walking those hands back towards you. Finding our tabletop. Let's take a moment to make some circles over the wrists. So you're really feeling those knuckles connect with the ground, the fingertips connect with the ground. And as you circle over your palms, you're feeling yourself drawing a circle. Almost like if you had ink on your hands and it was transferring to your mat, you would feel the outside circle boundary of your palm. Pausing, and let's move that rotation the other way. I've been spending a lot of time typing and writing this morning, so remembering to move my wrists, let them roll out and not just grip. It's a nice thing to do. Bringing knees together. Let's come back and sit on them just for a moment, feeling those quads. Let's take the hands together, heart center. And then open the hands just like you're opening a book. And then bringing the backs, the palms together, swinging those elbows out. You're gonna loop those hands through and come back to heart center. Let's try that one more time. So you're gonna open the book to read it. Keep opening the hands, the back of the palms together. Push the back of the palms together and sweep the hands under and through. You can see as I'm thinking about that, I'm moving forward. So I'm gonna try and stay where I am this time. One last time. Open the book. Keep opening the palms, bringing the backs of them together. Sweeping the hands down and through. Just another little movement you can add to your arms. Beautiful. Let's come forward into our tabletop. Tucking those toes, pushing the front of the mat away as we enter into our first down dog. Really keeping the knees bent. And bending one knee, holding for a moment, and then switching knees. So the sensation you may feel in this down dog walking is a little bit of movement from side to side in the hips as we bend those legs. And you might feel a lot of pressure in the shoulders as you push that mat forward to raise your sit bones up. Then once you feel a little warmed up in the legs, you can come to stillness. Those knees can still be bent, and it allows you to push the mat away and drop your belly a little bit closer to your thigh. Looking at those feet behind you, begin to walk the hands to the back of the mat. Your heels are slowly going to come down as you bend the knees and find your forward fold, grabbing opposite elbow, feeling the belly come down onto the thighs, relaxing the head. Perhaps you want to sway side to side a little bit, observing how the weight shifts from one foot into the other. Maybe you feel your back muscles shifting as you move from side to side. And then coming into stillness, feel your feet connect with the ground, really root down and push into the ground. As you push those feet into the ground, slowly rise up, arms dangle down. As you roll your back, coming to a nice tall mountain pose. Inhale, reach those arms nice and high. Gaze comes up. And exhale, hinge at the hips. Bend the knees, let's forward fold nice and slow. Inhale, half lift, hands to shin. Lengthen the spine, lengthen the neck and the head. Making that really long coffee table, belly button to spine. Exhale, forward fold, bend the knees. Bring the hands to the mat and let's walk those hands forward all the way to plank. And you can plank from the toes or the knees, yogi's choice. But wherever you are, I want you to spread those fingers, push the ground away, and bring your belly button into your spine. You guys got this. We're building a little bit of heat. And for an extra challenge, you can think about walking those feet together, gluing those legs together, and feeling your body move to one great big long piece. Then you're going to push your hands into the mat. Slowly lower all the way to the belly. Cover the hands at the sides. Inhale. Exhale, lift the chest and head. Reaching long with the head. Exhale, lower. Inhale. Exhale, lift the chest and the head. Option to lift the feet. Exhale, lower. Inhale. Lifting whatever you choose right now, perhaps all at once. Exhale, lower. Tuck the toes. Push yourself back to tabletop or down dog, yogi's choice. Feel those fingers spread, knuckles connect with the ground. Belly button to spine. We're going to inhale, looking forward. Bring the right knee into the chest and slowly float forward, placing the right foot between the hands into your lunge. You're going to drop the back knee, untuck the toes, coming up, finding the lunge. Option to reach those arms up. And exhale, bring them to cactus arms. Adding a little bit of movement with the breath here. Inhale, reach high. Exhale, pull down. Inhale, reach. Exhale, pull. One more. And then let's come down, bring the hands beside the foot. Tuck your back toes, stepping back to your down dog or tabletop. Spreading those fingers, belly button to spine. Let's look forward. This time, left knee comes into the chest, slowly floating forward and placing that left foot between the hands. Dropping the back knee and finding your lunge on the other side. Pausing here to find your balance. Inhale, reach those arms up nice and high. Feeling the side body open. And exhale to bring those hands to cactus. Preparing to move with the breath. Inhale, reach high. Exhale, pull down. Inhale, reach. Exhale, pull. One more to your own breath. Bring those hands on either side of the foot. Tuck the back toes and step back to tabletop or down dog. Feeling those hands connect with the ground. We're gonna inhale, looking forward, and baby step those feet to the front of the mat, keeping the hips high. Bringing those feet together, bending the knees, forward fold. Checking in with your deep breaths here as you release the head. Feel those feet root down, pushing into the ground. Let's sweep those arms forward as you push into the ground. Rise all the way up, stretching the body toward the ceiling. Notice how wonderful that feels. Exhale, hands through heart center. By your sides for Tadasana. Beautiful. Bring those feet together. You're gonna inhale, sweep those arms forward, sit back into your invisible chair. Check down to see those toes, and if they're hiding behind the knees, let's move those sit bones back. Inhale, lift your toes, and accept the challenge of putting down your big toe all by itself. And this is a journey, trying to get those big toes to listen to you. I still struggle with this one. If that's easy, try the next toe. Find your journey where you are today, controlling those toes just like the fingers. And then as you exhale, begin to forward fold. Plant your hands beside the feet and let's step back with the left foot nice and long. Pivot those toes so they face the side of your mat. Bend the front knee. Let's cartwheel those hands up to find our warrior two. So we're really taking a moment to find our position here. Equal weight in the back foot and the front foot. And bring your gaze over your front fingers. Embracing your strong warrior. Discovering your strength. Inhale, straighten the front knee. Take a break with that leg. And exhale, begin to reach forward with that hand, popping up the back hip. Reach, reach, reach. Belly button to spine. And then begin to turn your torso to the side of the mat. Hand on your shin. And reaching the other hand up high. If you have a block or a pot, you can reach that hand down. But our goal here is to reach sideways, not to collapse. We want to reach out and up. Beautiful. Begin to bend that front knee and use your back arm to lift yourself back up to warrior two. Find that strength. And then bring the arms behind you. Grabbing those fingers again, interlacing the palms. This is our challenge move for today. That front leg may begin to shake. So we're gonna inhale, look high. And exhale, begin to forward fold toward the leg. Maybe you wanna rest your shoulder on the leg. And release that head, let it hang. And if it's a little scary to have your hands behind your back, you can release them down. Listening to your own body and finding the challenge that works for you. This pose is called Humble Warrior. Builds lots of strength in that front leg. Then exhale, release those hands, plant them beside the foot, pivot the back toes, and let's step in about halfway. Even if it's a bunch of baby steps, you guys got this. Plant both hands on the feet, on the ground, maybe widen your stance. Hands on hips, and let's come on up nice and high. So we're in a pyramid pose. If you're really wobbly, widen those feet apart. We're gonna inhale those hands up nice and high. Bring the palms together. And exhale. Bring them down in front of you. Making that arrow. Inhale deep. As you exhale, begin to twist to the right side, dragging your left fingers up the arm. So it's almost like you do have a bow and arrow. Twisting back, you're bringing those fingers all the way up to the shoulder. And once you twist to your 80% range today, I want you to pause here and feel that deep breath move through your body. Embracing the twist. On your inhale, slowly come back, feeling those fingers track down your arm and watching the fingers track down the arm. Pausing in the center. And inhale, let's twist the other way. Allowing the fingers to track up the arm. Watching with the eyes, feeling. Pausing at about your 80% twist. Noticing how that feels in your body. And exhale, slowly come back to center. I like this pose because it involves lots of different sensations, lots of different senses. And then you're going to really feel your weight come into the front leg, into the right leg. Begin to lean forward. And if you choose, you can enter into a Warrior 3 variation. We'll bring those arms into an airplane. Just be here for a moment. And then let's bring that back foot to meet the front as you rise up, reaching high. Exhale, hands through heart center, by the sides. Feeling that breath return and letting that sequence go. So last week of our season, so I thought I'd challenge us a little bit by putting together a bunch of poses I know people really enjoy. So let's see if we can remember that sequence for where we're going on the other side. Keeping it symmetrical. You guys got this. Inhale deep. Exhale long. Inhale, sweep those arms up. Sit your butt back, find your chair pose. Look down at those toes. Lift them up. And challenge yourself to set the big toes down all by themselves. Feeling free to laugh and feel silly. Then exhale, forward fold. This time we're going to plant the hands, step back with the right foot. And begin to pivot the toes toward the side of the mat and cartwheel the arms up to Warrior 2. Bending that front knee. Checking in that there's even weight in the front foot and the back foot. Gazing over those front fingers and embracing your inner warrior, your inner strength. Perhaps saying to yourself, I am strong. I can do this. Straighten the front leg, take a little break. And exhale, begin to reach forward with that left hand popping out the back hip. Reach, reach, reach. Then begin to turn your torso to the side. Bottom hand comes onto your shin. Right arm lifts high to your triangle. Really push into those feet, allow them to support you. This is a turkey pose. And then exhale, bend the front knee. Use your core, come back to warrior two. Yeah, all right. This is where it gets tough. But you got this. Don't quit, even though your screen's off. So let's drop those hands. Release the hands behind you. Looking tall at the ceiling. And as you exhale, forward fold into humble warrior. You guys got this. Find that inner strength. Really push through the feet. You got this. Be strong. Some shake just shows you're building muscle. You guys got this. Release those hands. Bring them beside the foot. Pivot the back toes and step in about halfway. Baby steps, a big step. However you get there. Perhaps you want to widen your stance. Hands on hips. And then slowly come on up. Whew. Maybe widen your stance here, catch that breath. Let's inhale those arms up, reaching high. Palms together, stretch that side body. Exhale, sweeping those hands down in front of you so you're pointing away from your body. Inhale. Exhale, begin to twist the left side. Tracking those fingers up your arm, twisting around behind you. Pausing here and feeling how that breath moves through your body in the twist. Maybe wobbling a little bit. Or this is a balance pose as well as a twist. And exhale, track that hand down the arm. Twisting, coming back to center. Staying here for a breath. And as you exhale, begin to twist to the right side. Left arm coming up the right. Watching with the eyes. Pausing at the twist. Feeling how the breath moves. And exhale, coming back to center, nice and slow. I love this pose because it helps with the focus. And then this is where, if you choose to accept the challenge, we're going to begin to bend the front knee, shift the weight into the front leg. Reach forward with those hands. Slowly pick up the back foot and play around with your version of warrior three or airplane. Wherever you are, just laugh, have fun with it. And then exhale, let's begin to stand. If you wobble, if you touch down, keep going. And exhale, release those hands down. Finding your tall mountain, feel those feet. Maybe you want to walk those feet apart just slightly. Lift the toes, set them down. Check in to see if you can feel the big toe mound, the pinky toe mound, and the heel all at one time. Notice the stability and connection of the feet. And then allow that energy to grow from the feet up through the legs. Feel the spine build toward the ceiling, stacking those vertebrae. Head and neck rest on top, reaching toward the roof. While those shoulders are heavy and fingers reach toward the ground. Feeling that deep breath move into all the little places in your body. All those little spaces between the vertebrae. All those little nooks and crannies in the joints, side body. Using that breath to open up and expand the body. There's so much room when we stand up and move, when we become uncurled from our computers and our chairs. Let's step those feet together. Reach those arms out front, palms down. And inhale, come up on the tippy toes. Woo. Now maybe you're wobbling here. Keep playing around with that tippy toe balance. And then you're able to use your hands to balance whenever you need. But challenge yourself to slowly bend those knees, coming down into a toe squat. So you notice I'm going really slow and feeling out the balance. If you get wobbly, you can always put those hands down. And then pause here at the bottom. On those toes, we're going to stretch out the feet. Feel that spine grow tall. And then exhale, let's bring those hands down to the mat. Coming down to our knees. And then we're slowly going to come on all the way down to the belly. Perhaps you want to find a tabletop plank and slowly lower down. Yogi's choice. We're going to reach those hands down alongside the body, fingertips to toes, and melt the right cheek to the ground, stretching out the neck. Inhale, lift the head, melt the left cheek to the ground. Notice the change in the neck. You're going to reach the left hand behind you like a T, palm down. Right hand comes by the chest. And you're slowly going to push yourself over on your side body. Option to stay here. Option to take your top leg and have that knee reach toward the ceiling and then plant the foot behind your leg. Option to stay here. Option to take that front hand and bring it behind the small of your back. Many different places to stop here. We're stretching the shoulder and the chest. Checking in with your own body that there's no screaming red pain. You should never feel that in yoga. So coming out of the pose, if there's any pain, it might feel uncomfortable. That's okay. Just checking in with your own self-assessment. Finding that deep breath. And then slowly unwinding. Hand comes back beside the chest. Stepping the foot back long, coming onto the belly. Reaching those arms behind you and planting the right cheek on the ground. This time we're gonna lift, bring the right hand behind us like a T. Left hand by the chest. And then slowly roll up on your side. Pausing here. And you can stay here. Option to take the top leg, lift the knee toward the roof, and plant the foot behind your leg. Option to take this front hand and move it over behind the small of your body. Checking in with how you feel in the shoulder and the chest. Sometimes in these more uncomfortable poses, we really do want to rely on maybe counting the beats of the breath. Perhaps saying something in our heads like, I inhale, 2, 3, 4. I exhale, 2, 3, 4. That's just a strategy for helping keep the breath long and smooth. Because a long, smooth breath helps the body relax, come out of tension. You can bring that back arm back on over beside the chest. Top leg comes back and you slowly roll on over to your stomach. And we're gonna melt the left cheek to the mat one more time. Gently stretching the neck. And you can reach your right arm forward above the head, left hand by the chest. Then we're just going to roll on over onto the back and recentering ourselves on the mat. Soles of the feet together, knees out wide. And bring those hands to the belly. Allow the elbows to rest on the ground. And you just feel your belly respond to the breath. Maybe feeling your stomach move, rise and fall. Observing how your breath has changed since the beginning of class. Enjoying this moment of belly rest. Our bodies benefit from movement, and our minds benefit from stillness. It's one of my favorite quotes, and it's why I like to do a lot of energetic stuff at the beginning of class and move into more slow movements toward the end. So we get to strengthen and flex our bodies and also find a little bit of peace in our thoughts. And bring those hands to the outside of the thighs, helping the legs come together. Allow the knees to rest together and heel toe those feet out to the sides of the mat. You're making an upside down V with those feet. And if you'd like, you can take those hands, interlace those fingers, and then bring the backs of the palms to your forehead. So then your elbows are hanging down. And you can use the pressure from the fingers to maybe give yourself a little massage in the forehead. You're making little circles with the back of your palms. Remembering to go both ways. And this is also just stretching your shoulders. Feeling that breath as it moves through your body. You can begin to heel toe your feet back to center so that your legs are together. You can release those hands, those fingertips, and bring those arms out to cactus arms on either side of you. And then slowly drop your legs toward the left-hand side into a twist. Knees can separate, the shoulder can float. This is just a comfortable twist. And perhaps you want to bring the gaze over your right shoulder. That feels all right on your neck. And just taking this time here, this space here to feel that breath as it moves through your body. Perhaps allowing each exhale to allow your shoulders to fall a little bit more toward the mat. So those muscles begin to release. When I started yoga, this was my most favorite pose. We all have some poses we like and some not so much, and that is perfectly okay. What we're trying to do in our class is just do a variety of poses so we can equally work the body in all the directions it moves. Inhale the head back to center, knees and hips to center, and then slowly twist the other way. Knees come down, and gaze can calm over the other shoulder. And with each long exhale, perhaps noticing how your knees or your shoulders maybe want to reach a millimeter or so closer to the ground. You just get a little bit heavier, a little more relaxed with every long breath. Observing the subtle changes in your body the longer you stay. You can slowly bring your gaze back to center, knees and hips back to center. We're going to bring the knees into the chest and wrap the arms around the shins, giving yourself a little hug. Maybe a little rock. Just really appreciate everything your body has allowed you to have fun with today, has allowed you to challenge yourself with today. And then you can release those legs, going back to the mat, planting the feet on the ground. Reach those arms up overhead, stretching long if you have room. And then slowly let's roll over to our right side of our body, using that right arm for a pillow. Staying here just for a moment. And just thinking of one thing that you are grateful your body allows you to do. Whether that's inside the yoga class or outside the yoga class. I am grateful for my body because it allows me to, and you can fill in the blank. Let's take that left hand and press it into the ground. Slowly rising up, nice and tall, and in comfortable seated position. Feeling the energy rise from the ground as your spine grows tall, creating that space. Allowing those shoulders to drop down, elbows be heavy. And just take a moment to scan your body from head to toe, checking in and noticing how today's practice created change in your body, in the space between your thoughts. Bringing those hands together at heart center, tucking the chin. Inhale deep through the nose. Exhale long. Releasing today's practice. I hope you have a wonderful afternoon, a wonderful summer, and enjoy all of the fun replays on Sass Polly's channel. If you have any questions, please reach out to us in Wellness, and have a lovely, lovely rest of your day. Namaste.
Thank you.